Welcome back to Pick My Brain, the space where I untangle the thoughts I can't stop thinking and ask you to help me figure out if I'm just overthinking or if I'm actually onto something. Today we're diving into a question that has been spinning around in my brain for quite some time. What does it really mean to be Black? Is it a race, a culture, a community, a condition? And more specifically, if someone is Jamaican or Indian or Trinidadian, are they still Black? Or is that something that becomes true once they step into the US? I've been thinking a lot about how America doesn't just identify you, it kind of rebrands you. Let me break it down. In Jamaica, for example, Black isn't even the main identifier. People might be Afro-Caribbean, sure, but the culture is front and center. The language, the food, the music, the rhythm of the island, that's what shapes identity. There's pride in being Jamaican before there's pride in being Black. That term, Black, it doesn't carry the same historical weight there as it does here. But the moment someone from Jamaica lands in America, all of a sudden, they're just Black. No one cares about your island, no one asks about your patois or your grandmother's curry recipe, your story, your nuance, your layers, all erased and replaced with a single stamped identity, Black. Boom! Welcome to the United States. Here's your starter pack. And this isn't just about Jamaica. It's broader than that. If you're Indian or from Trinidad or Indonesian or from Fiji, you've got this deep cultural legacy that doesn't fit neatly into America's racial categories. And instead of making room for that complexity, this country just flattens it. In America, race is treated like a pie chart. You get one slice, one label, one story. And the richness of your roots gets shoved off in the name of fitting in. But here's the kicker. Blackness in America is powerful. It's not just a label, it's a legacy. It's protest, it's pride, it's pain. But it's also, if we're being real, just a box. And America loves its boxes. And that makes me wonder, what happens to people who didn't grow up inside the Black American experience, but are placed in that category the moment they arrive? Are they adopting a culture, assimilating into a struggle, or just being stripped of their own? Let's be real. You can't talk about being Black in America without talking about slavery, without talking about Jim Crow, without talking about police brutality, segregation, and generational trauma. So when you move here from another country and you get dropped into that history without your own being acknowledged, it's like a weird kind of identity theft. America doesn't ask, where are you from? It asks, what are you? And when the answer doesn't fit neatly, the country decides for you. This is the part that messes with my head. Blackness in America isn't a cultural identity. It's a social status. It's not about who you are. It's about how the system sees you. So even if you come here from somewhere else with your own language, your own beliefs, your own traditions, none of that protects you from being racially profiled. None of that stops people from crossing the street when they see you. None of that keeps you from being stopped, judged, or denied. So whether you're Jamaican, Nigerian, Trinidadian, Ghanaian, Sudanese, once you get here, you're Black. And that version of Black is American-made. It's created, conditioned, often commodified, and always politicized. And I'm not saying being Black in America is a bad thing. I'm saying it's incomplete. It doesn't tell the full story. It doesn't hold space for all the different histories, rhythms, and roots that people bring with them. Think about it. In school, how much did you learn about Blackness outside of MLK, Rosa Parks, slavery, and hip-hop? How often do we hear about Garveyism in Jamaica? Or how often do we hear about the Indian indenture servants in the Caribbean? Or how African spirituality blended with Hindu practices in places like Trinidad? We don't, because these stories don't fit in the American script. And you know what's wild? While the US flattens your identity, it has no problem profiting from your culture. They'll take your dances, your food, your slang, your fashion, without ever honoring the culture behind it. You can't be you, but they can sell pieces of you. That's the melting pot, not a blend, a boil. So here's my question for you. Who gets to decide what you are? Does Black mean the same thing in America as it does in Haiti, in Brazil, in the UK, in South Africa? Should we even be trying to make Black one singular identity? Or is that the whole problem? Because I'm starting to think that Blackness, as it's framed in this country, is less about culture and more about control. It's about what they expect from you, how they categorize you, and what they deny you access to. But maybe, just maybe, the solution isn't to reject Blackness, it's to redefine it, to expand it, to make space for all of us, for the Jamaicans, the Nigerians, the Afro-Latinos, the Indo-Caribbeans, to show up in full color. Not watered down, not remixed, not reduced, but whole. So yeah, that's where my brain's been. If you're someone who feels like your identity got erased in the name of fitting in, I see you. If you've ever been told you aren't really Black because your accent is different or your food doesn't match the stereotypes, I hear you. And if you're Black in America, however you got here, I hope you know your story is valid. But I also hope you never stop telling the full version, because you get to define who you are, not this country, not its boxes, not its labels. As always, I want to hear from you. Does any of this resonate? Have you felt this shift, or do you think I'm reaching? Hit me up through the email in the description. Let's talk, let's unpack, let's keep picking. You've been listening to Pick My Brain. I'm Angelina. Until next time, stay critical, stay curious, and above all, stay you.